Please, let's go.
There we go.
First of all, thanks, Fwazi. I appreciate the opportunity. And IEEE USA is glad to have the opportunity to support an important meeting like this one on this topic of smart cities. First of all, how many people in the room here are IEEE members? Okay, so you have a good majority. With regard to the inclusiveness statement mentioned before, we welcome all of you to participate in our community and to be part of the efforts that IEEE makes in this and as other initiatives as well. So I'm not going to dwell too much on this because Fwazi just mentioned it, but IEEE is the largest technical professional society organization in the world. It's complicated. We have a lot of different parts. I'm the president of IEEE USA. IEEE USA is involved in public policy and career member services, and so important public policy topic is, of course, smart cities and all the technologies associated with it. He already went through a bunch of this stuff, so I'm not going to do that. Plus, I want to help you get back on time if I can. So probably a lot of the stuff I'm going to say on this side is probably things you already know, but cities are growing faster than rural communities. More of our populations are going to be in large locations, more concentrated. They're going to need more infrastructure support in order to be able to allow them to be both comfortable, productive, and also to have an enjoyable life. And so all these technologies you see there on the left-hand side are actually going to be important factors, probably even some that aren't on there, a lot of sociological factors and that sort of thing, to helping people be comfortable, to feel safe, and to be the best sort of person that they can be, and to accomplish all as possible. There's a long transition here. So IEEE there's a part of IEEE that's under the technical societies that's called Future Directions. There's been an IEEE Future Directions Smart Cities initiative that's been around for a few years of time. And it brings together people from many different societies who are engaged in technologies that will help us to make comfortable, smart, safe urban infrastructure. And of course, IEEE's tagline is technology for the benefit of society. So IEEE, our role is to be a neutral broker, to be a place for people to talk, particularly about the pros and cons of different technological approaches that will help people make better public policy decisions. Here's a list of, so smart cities, some of the smart cities initiatives are, first of all, to establish a vibrant community of professionals that are engaged with smart cities technologies, whatever those are, to identify and disseminate best practices on how to accomplish these things, to participate and interact with municipalities in doing tests of various ideas, approaches, and see how well things work, and to get feedback on ways we should go. And by means of the expertise of the individuals who are involved in IEEE, to be able to provide some authoritative voice, or at least some measured communication of pros and cons of various things, help us to make better decisions. To society support, in this sense, we're talking about the IEEE societies. There's about 42 societies, technical councils, etc., in the IEEE over a whole bunch of different fields of interest, and to get them to support these ideas. And then finally, to create standards. And standards are very important, Fwazi mentioned it earlier, because they help people to create things and techniques and protocols that allow stuff to interoperate with each other, which can help in terms of disseminating technology and making sure that everything works well together, at least to try to make attempts to do that. Here's some of the smart city partners within IEEE, the different societies and councils that are engaged in this group, including Communications Society, which is one of the major sponsors here today. And some of the functional domains here, there's important technologies involving sensors, intelligent electronic devices, secure communication networks is going to be a very important part of that. We've all heard about people hacking various IoT devices, so we need to make sure that we build infrastructure that's going to support privacy and also functionality that hopefully will not be compromised. Integration of various systems so they work well together. Intelligence, data analytics, the bringing in of various artificial intelligence algorithms to help us to make better decisions, to be able to analyze and understand the information around us, And then finally, various ways of managing and control things together. So there's a IEEE Smart Cities website, a resource center here, and there's some links down at the bottom there. I think these talks are all going to be available to people afterwards. There's this IEEE Smart Cities community. There's over 8,000 members in this community right now. There's over 15,000 participants engaged and collaborate in one of IEEE's collaborative communities. This one is on smart cities. Over 1,500 engaged with IEEE through a Smart Cities LinkedIn group. And there's 12,000 followers on the Smart Cities Twitter feed. There's a very number of complimentary 60-minute webinars and various topics related to technology and smart cities that is available complimentary. And members of the Smart Cities Sponsoring Societies can access the archived webinars without charge as a benefit of their society membership. Before Fawzi mentioned standards, there's actually a sheet out here. I'm not going to go through all of these, but there's a whole bunch of different standards on technology if you're interested. This is outside on one of the tables there. And you can get an idea of all the different ways in which IEEE Smart has technology to enable smart cities, from smart grid, intelligent transportation, electronic health, various technologies for energy efficiency, Internet of Things standards, 5G, cybersecurity, e-governance, smart homes, and also various learning technologies. And there's a IEEE P2784 standards group, which is a technology and process framework for planning a smart city. And it's an ongoing project to develop a framework that identifies these, sponsored by the IEEE Communication Society, administered by IEEE standards. And there's an email for Zach Kuhn as the working group chair. And by the way, if you're interested in any of these activities, you can go on these communities, you can join them yourself. There's also work that's been done with individual municipalities in order to create engagement and develop an understanding of how well these technologies are working together. The initial engagements have been in 2013 and 14 were at Guadalajara, Mexico, and Trento, Italy, Wuxi, China, Kansas City, and Casablanca in Morocco. Since its kickoff, a dozen additional cities around the world have engaged IEEE as IEEE affiliated smart cities. It also received regular contacts from other municipalities on advice and experts in order to help them or give them some technical insights and suggestions for their smart cities projects. One of the case studies here is Casablanca in Morocco. They launched a project there in 2016. They had unique needs, as probably every city will have. The result of developing what they called a frugal, inclusive, collaborative smart city model for evaluating post-government regulations, and also with the concept of the do or smart city. And that may actually fit in, I think, with a smart city initiative within the IEEE that talks about building sustainable energy infrastructure. So they're focusing on leveraging their existing infrastructure, assuming a smartphone-based IoT infrastructure, because that's what people have in places like that. And a bottoms-up initiatives, collaborative business models. You probably will not be successful in accomplishing things unless people can actually be part of their lives, part of their industry, and their welfare. So there's an emphasis on citizen engagement, led to self-organizing citizen initiatives tackling community issues. Another case study is Coral Gables in Florida, where they used IEEE knowledge resources to help implement a smart city hub, as they called it. Gives public access to a wide range of open data and online location, including an Internet of Things sensor data and dashboards, so you can see just what's happening in your city. Go online and find out, which provides and also an application store if you want to be able to monitor things and keep track of what's happening in your city. So they got one of the things they actually did was a resilient communication system that during Hurricane Irma in 2017 helped first responders and constituents connected in a time of crisis. So not only the normal functioning of the city, but also in case of disasters, natural or other disasters, it helps you to be able to respond better to those. And the city won the IEEE Standards Association 2017 World Standards Day contest for its efforts. So if you're interested in these technologies, interested in what IEEE is doing here, as I mentioned before, we welcome all people who want to be part of it. You can all be part of our community. And here's various LinkedIn groups, Smart Cities, Twitter, and also the Collaboratech. So with that, I guess, I don't know if you want to take questions, but we'll get you back on schedule probably now. Thanks much. I'll be around for a little while, though I do have to leave by about 2 o'clock today to get somewhere else. Thank you.